Hey there, Nili Salem here, outside of Mevaseret Zion, the hills of Jerusalem, so pretty. And I have another spiritual thought on a vulnerable topic. And today's vulnerable topic is what happens when the stories we're creating get in the way of what we truly want. And this wisdom was brought to me by a friend. She should be blessed, and it comes through two stories. All right, story number one. I was about to sign on a lease in an apartment here in Israel, and the landlord had said they were gonna do something, and they didn't do it in the end, or it didn't seem so honest, or something happened. I'm not gonna get into the details, but I was all hung up on it, and my ego was like, you know, what's up? My ego was like, this is not happening to me. No one is treating me this way. I was really defensive, and I was like, fine, I can't take it. I can't believe I can't have this apartment. I had seen like 20 apartments, and this was definitely the best one. And so my friend said to me, look, Neely, it seems like your stories are getting in the way of what you truly want. She's like, you really want this apartment, right? And I was like, yeah, I really wanted this apartment. I was all excited. I was dreaming about how I would decorate it already. She's like, well, then maybe it's worth surrendering your stories. And it was such a relief that I could stop protecting my ego and actually get the thing I wanted. So the funny part is that later in the day, she called me, girlfriends, we're with respect, and she was saying like she was in a tiff with her husband, she was in a fight, and he was this and he was that, and he said this and she was this, that, and she's like, but I just want to be close to him. And that I was like, oh. So I said to her, Mamala, perhaps what you taught me this morning could apply to you today. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, what do you really want? She's like, I really want to be close to him. And I was like, so maybe it's time to surrender your stories about what he did and what he didn't do, because what you really want is to be close to him. And at least in my experience of life, I find that my ego flares often when things don't go my way, or someone says something or does something I don't want, or I had different expectations, and it's like, yeah, you know what? We're human, and other people are human, and sometimes it's worth it to surrender our stories if they're getting in the way of what we really want. Now, epilogue, I didn't end up taking the apartment, but the whole thing perhaps was worth this story. So I ask you, we know that one of the 3 points of Hashem's crown is Ratzon, will. And Rabbi Nachman often talks about clarifying our will. And so I ask you, is there something that you really want that perhaps your ego stories are also getting in the way? All right, bless you to get that thing you really want. And it just feels so good when we surrender the ego, at least for me. So anyways, thanks for being here with me. It's just so pretty. I had to just pull over on the side of the road and share this beautifulness with you. God bless. Have a good one.